Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I do not know what happened. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the July Board of Health meeting. Today is July 10th, 2025. Please note that the meeting is being broadcast and recorded by WRPS. In attendance is myself, Chairman Robert Stevens, Vice Chair Tina Gallant, and as for membership, I believe that's all we have tonight. And then in addition, we do have Health Agent Delshawn Flip. Okay, first up on the agenda is
Robert, I'm here. Robert.
Oh, you're.
Yep.
Oh, you're in the.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. And board member Michelle Kennedy as well. First up on the agenda is. Let me see. Oh, trash abatements. Is there any questions regarding trash abatements?
I do have a question. Just on the 3957 where we have a vacant home renovation, they have a dumpster, right?
They do have a dumpster.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's why we put their trash on hold. They're not using any of the trash barrels. Okay. And then just on the 5795, it looks like this just says Charles Murphy, but on their statement it has two people's names. Is that
That's because they just had to change it because of probate. They had a lot of death and fire.
Okay, so all right, so it's just under Charles Murphy now?
It is,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that's all I had.
Actually, no, it's supposed to be in the new name. What's on the bill? The last one.
Charles and Martha Murphy?
Yeah. Is it on the bill that way?
On the bill, on here, it's Charles and Martha Murphy.
Yeah. And then on my
here, it's
spreadsheet, just Charles.
Yeah.
Mrs. Murphy passed away.
Okay, so but it's gonna be now just Charles Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had.
Okay. Well, with that, I will entertain a motion to accept the trash abatements. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion. I will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. Next up on the agenda is meeting minutes. So there was a few, they were submitted for review by I think either Deli or Amy or a mix of both for the different meetings. But I did notice as for May, there was a correction I had to make and a typo. There was, as for reappointment, the initial one said, I'm sorry, for reorganization, the first motion was correct. Chairman Stevens made a motion to reappoint Tina Gallant as vice chairman. The second one though was flipped. So it said motion by vice chair, second by chair, but the motion was by chair and the second was by vice chair. So I did have to, and I did email everybody that.
When did you know?
Just now. Yeah, I didn't notice it until about 20 minutes ago. So that one was for May 13th, 2025. And
There's a motion to recommend Tina Gallant as vice chairman again. Motion was seconded by the vice chair, all in favor. Vice Chairman Tina Gallant made a motion to recommend Robert Stevens as chairman. Motion second by Chairman Stevens. So I don't know.
Right, that second one was flip-flopped. I made the motion to reappoint myself as the chair, and then she had seconded, and it wasn't flip. It was flip-flopped the wrong way. So I had to make a correction on that one.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I don't understand.
Yes.
You're saying that you made a motion to make yourself chairman?
That's correct. Yep.
Before I change that, I would just have to go review the meeting, because that's not what Amy's note said or mine. So if you don't mind me just checking on that and getting back to you, just to confirm it.
Well, that's what I did, is I went on there, and I'm the one that, you know, I went back into it and saw it. That's what I noticed, because I had initially I didn't notice it, but I did this afternoon, and so I went back and reviewed the meeting, and that's both from my memory and reviewing the meeting just to make sure. That's what I saw. Also, I do appreciate you guys doing the minutes, and I'm really not just saying that. I really do appreciate that. But I've been told by a few people, I don't remember exactly who it was, but someone from town council just recommended that we could have the most descriptive minutes that we want, or it could be, you know, at the end of the day, it only has to be when the meeting was called to order, the agenda items and adjournment, as well as, like, you know, if you want to put in something about different discussions, that can be done as well. But I was kind of trying to find a sweet spot in between being too descriptive and not descriptive enough. And some of the typos that I noticed, I also wanted to fix in terms of the May meeting. So that's why I resubmitted all of the past meeting minutes to you guys.
All right, so then we can't approve them because you've changed them right before the meeting? So I have to say, Chairman Stevens.
Wait a minute, hold on. So we can approve them.
How? Member Kennedy hasn't reviewed them.
She's able to review them now.
She doesn't have the revised ones. If you just sent them in an email, we don't have them at the meeting. If you send them after the meeting started, we don't have them.
Okay, well, if you would like, I can go through each one and read them. Is that what you would
So
prefer?
this May meeting I was not at,
Okay.
so
So that one can't, yeah, I mean, that one's
but I
being
don't,
voted on by us too anyway.
I don't know what the Attorney Clifford's office says about that. I don't know, did these have to be?
I could walk into the meeting with with printed out minutes, and we could read them all together. And then we could, it doesn't, I mean, obviously, ideally, it should be sent before. And I apologize just because I didn't notice a lot of the
At 6:01,
mistakes.
email from you.
What's that?
The email I got was at 6:01.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it because there was no verbiage. All I just saw was attachments. And I made that. So there was no explanation of it. Obviously at 6:01, I'm here.
Yep. So we can read them together if you guys like, or you can take a moment to read them by yourselves, or I could read them out loud. It's honestly up to you.
So I wasn't at this meeting, so I'm not a part of this vote.
Okay. But would you like to, Michelle, would you like to review the ones right now, the ones that you were at, if you haven't had a chance to review them? Or would you like me to read them, or?
You revised all of them?
Yeah.
Just May's?
No, I revised all of them.
Robert, so we take our.
Wait a minute. I have a question for Michelle. Would you want to read the ones that you were present for, Michelle?
I would like to look at them in front of.
Okay. Yeah, take as much time as you need.
You know,
I don't have them. Are those the ones you just sent at 6:01?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't even have
Okay.
my,
okay, so aside from the May, so the May one and the February one, you did not attend, but I think it was, what, April and June are the ones that you did attend? Michelle?
yep. April and
Okay,
June. Mhm.
okay. Alrighty, I can go through those and read them. I'll read first just in order. I will go with April here. Okay, so Chairman Robert Stevens called the meeting to order at 6:05. In attendance were Vice Chairman Tina Gallant, Member Michelle Kennedy,
Excuse me,
and Health Agent. Hold on a minute. And Health Agent Delshawn Flip. March trash abatements. So under signatures, it just said March trash abatements. Motion to approve by Member Kennedy. Second by Tina Gallant. All in favor. And then for April trash abatements, motion to approve by Member Kennedy. Second by Tina Gallant. All in favor. And then Health Agent pointed out that on the agenda, the meeting date stated March 30th, 2025, an error. The chairman asked the board if they had an issue with the incorrect date. All members agreed. Member Kennedy made a motion to approve the March 31st, 2025 minutes. Vice Chairman Gallant seconded. All in favor. And then under new business, it said Kathleen Mahoney, South Shore Tobacco Coordinator, was on hand to assist the board with a one-day suspension from Sam's Food and Smoke Shop. The suspension was a result of a tobacco product being sold to an underage buyer. The one-day suspension will be Friday, May 9th, and will include tobacco products being removed from the premises. Member Kennedy made a motion to approve. Second, Vice Chair Gallant, all in favor. And then Health Agent updated the board on the public health grant, the banner, and the housing inspection. And this is just discussions that didn't even need to go into the meeting minutes, but they were on the other versions of it, so I figured, we don't have to ideally it's good to just find the sweet spot in between being, in terms of it being too much and not enough. But even though they're not like agenda items, I did include those because they were on the previous version sent from the office. So under that one, under new business after the vote by the suspension, it just says the health agent updated the board on the public health grant, the banner, and the housing inspection she's been doing. Member Michelle Kennedy asked Chairman Stevens to add reorganization to the board on May 6, 2025 agenda. Chairman Stevens made a motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:40. The motion was seconded by Vice Chairman Gallant. All in favor.
where were your revisions on that?
What's that?
There was no revisions. You read what I have.
There was no revisions on April 22nd.
You didn't tell me that there was any revisions. Everything you said are on the minutes.
Right, the minutes I'm looking at has everything that you just stated as well.
Oh, so that one was okay. So then, all right. So then for April, yeah, I think one of them I didn't change anything.
Okay, Robert.
So that one was April. Hold on a minute. And then for May, I'm sorry, you weren't at for June. The initial one I sent out, Delshawn pointed out that the dates were wrong. For it, I put 15th through 20th, and it was the 16th through 20th. So, and I honestly didn't know that Amy had sent them out. I did not see them, and I still can't find them. So I made them, and I've made the corrections that Delshawn pointed out. And so, oh, I'm sorry, I have them right. I have the ones that Amy sent, but I got them this afternoon. So I corrected the dates. And that one was, June 27, 2025, lower level conference room. Chairman Stevens called the meeting to order at 6 p.m. In attendance were board member Michelle Kennedy and Chairman Robert Stevens, in addition to Kathleen Mahoney and health agent Delshawn Flip. Under new business, it says a motion was made by board member Kennedy to approve the trash abatements. Chairman Stevens seconded the motion with all voting in favor. And then Chairman Stevens decided to table the minutes until Vice Chair Gallant was present to vote to approve the minutes, since it appeared not all minutes were able to be voted on, although recordings of the meeting were public. Tobacco violation, South Shore Tobacco Coordinator Kathleen Mahoney informed the board on the most tobacco violation for MJDJ Enterprise LLC, for violation for selling tobacco to an underage person. Member Kennedy motioned to uphold the $2,000 fine and a 5-day suspension of tobacco permit. Suspend the tobacco permit from July 16th, 2025 to July 20th, 2025. So that was the edited dates there. Chairman Stevens second, all in favor. And then Health Agent Delshon Flip informed the board that vouchers were now available. Each resident that qualifies gets $25 per unit. Residents can come to the Board of Health office to renew their access to the recycling center. Member Kennedy asked questions regarding camps. Adjourned 6:25. So under yeah, so that was the ones I made, and I corrected the dates and added in the $2,000 fine and 5-day suspension from the one I sent earlier. So that's the recent one. I mean, I do like on this one, I do notice that there's there's like a space in between second and then violation for selling tobacco to an underage person. I mean, the wording is correct, but I noticed that there's like a little space space there, an indent or whatever. So, I mean, Michelle, if you wanted to, like, the other ones need to be done, but this one we would be able to table June. And seeing as how April was just the same as what I sent, then would you rather we table June?
Yeah, I'd rather table June. I won't vote on June. If you guys wanna vote on it yourself, you can, but I wanna be able to physically see the change.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
what you read for the meetings for April is everything that I have on here.
Same.
I don't see any difference
was
in
no-
the April one, so
okay.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
be opposed to April at all. But June, I would like to be able to see the actual minutes.
Okay.
You've taken off, Robert, if I'm correct, is the,
Wait a minute. Hold on here. So I also have February as well. February. So in addition to that May and in addition to that April and June, I also have May that I just read, and then February. And so, I mean, but like you mentioned, you probably won't be voting on the February or the ones that you weren't here for. So, that's so. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem because it's not within 30 days or three scheduled meetings. If you wanted to take a peek at the changes made to the June one, so everyone can do that if you'd like, because there is time, obviously, to do that one. But given the other meetings, it's that those need to be those need to be approved. So I'll entertain a motion to accept the February, April, May, and June minutes as submitted by the chairman, minus obviously. Oh, excuse me, not the June. Okay, I'll remotion. I'll remotion to accept the February, April, and May minutes as submitted by the chair. Is there a second?
Excuse me, Chairman
Wait a minute,
Stevens.
this is a, we're in the middle of a vote. I can't recognize anybody right now. So there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Motion.
Second,
Okay,
your motion.
second. Okay, second. All those in favor?
You don't know.
Aye.
Okay, so those are approved. So we'll just, again, I sent it out. So if you have, Delshon or Michelle, if you have any questions or revisions that you want to make to the June one, just send them to me and to the rest of the board in an email. And obviously that's good to go for the August, I believe August 5th or our August meeting, whenever it is. So next up on the agenda is let's see here. Oh, the response.
Chairman
So
Stevens.
wait a minute, hold on. Yeah. Oh, is there a question, Michelle?
Yeah, I have a question because I think they're trying to take notes over here and they're a little confused about what actually just happened. So
What
can you just
minutes were
recap?
voted on?
So
Tina?
February, not June, because like I said, we still have time to edit that one. And so Michelle is able to look at that. So the ones that were approved is April. That was not changed at all. April,
Correct.
May, and February, but not June.
So Michelle can't vote on the May or February one, so that's why that's why I was interrupting you. So Michelle can't vote on the February and the May one. Okay, so if we could
Sorry,
do a
Delshon,
type,
Delshon, you cut out again. Could you say that again? Sorry.
so Michelle can't vote on the the February and May
Yeah.
meetings. So I asked that you take two separate votes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll make a motion to, yeah, I'll revise my initial motion. And then I guess, would we have to make would we have to cancel out the last one? No, right? We would, like, how do we do that?
So you would just say.
Oh, motion to revisit. Okay, so I'll motion to revisit the meeting minutes vote. Is there a second?
Or that would be for the vote for the meeting for February in May.
Yeah, well, just because we took a vote on it, so we'd have to, do we have to vote to revisit it?
No, we're good, Robert. All we
Okay,
need is have Tina
two separate
second, the minutes
for February and
February, May.
in May, and then,
And then
okay,
the minutes is everybody,
okay,
correct?
yeah, okay, all right, thank you. So I'll motion to accept February and May meeting minutes as submitted by the chair. Is there a second?
Yes, I second.
So there's a second. All those in favor?
Is that for the
Aye.
April?
Aye.
Okay, so now the other one was for the April one that everyone was at. I will take a second motion and motion to approve that one. Is there a second?
I will second the motion.
Okay, so there's a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then record. I didn't see what I can't see you, Michelle, I'm sorry. But if whoever's there can record it as to how you voted for that one. I don't think there were any changes on it, but again, I don't know. So I think unanimous, but I'm not sure. I guess I get it. How did you vote, Michelle?
I just didn't vote. I'm very
Okay.
by all of this right now.
You
So-
voted, we were voting on the May ones. Excuse me, the April ones that everyone was at. The reason why we had to take two separate ones was because for February and May, though that one was just me and the vice chair Gallant. But for
Right.
April, that one was all of us. And that was, again, the one that I submitted was unchanged from what Delshon had submitted, as you guys noticed. So is there a yes, no, yes vote, yet no vote, present vote?
I don't think I have to vote at all. You guys both voted, so it's all set. I don't think I even have to vote.
At
I
this
mean,
meeting,
you can or
you don't have to, you
it
can,
has to, just because so it can be a yes, a no, or a present. And so, okay,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, so next on the agenda is the MA Massachusetts Open Meeting Law complaint as submitted by Andrea Davis. Let me pull up the agenda here again. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, open meeting law complaint, review and discuss open meeting law complaint dated June 20th, 2025, filed by Andrea Davis. So it was, I don't know the day that it was filed, but we did have until the 11th to vote to either respond to this or to delegate it to town council. So, I mean, I would not be opposed to delegating it to town council, but you know, if anyone wanted to type up or if anyone had a typed up response that they wanted to suggest to the board or something, or wanted to do one now, I guess I guess we could look at that. But if there's nobody that in particular wants to do either of those, I would entertain a motion to delegate the response to Ms. Davis to on behalf of the board, delegate that to town council. So is there a motion?
I'll
So-
second that motion. I think that's
Are
a
you
good
good?
idea.
Do you want to, so I just entertained it, Vice Chair Gallant. Would you want to make the motion and then someone else could second it?
So I'm just so, I just kind of want to talk this out, so. Are we here to hear from the resident? Are we here to send this to town council? Are we here to discuss this?
Well, there needs to be a response to it
you have to
by
respond.
tomorrow.
Right, it's
And
your,
so,
correct?
yeah,
You're-
yeah,
you're- Yeah, so I think you would be the one that responds to it, not town council, correct?
I could, yeah, I could. But for example, town council also responded to,
Person Stevens.
they've done it.
Briefly.
Hold on, sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, so the obligation of the law is for the board to review the request. That's the purpose of today's meeting. The board is also required to issue a written response to the complaint, as it were. Typically, the board can issue the written response itself or delegate that to a particular agent or counsel. Ordinarily, and the common course is to delegate it to town council to issue the response. So they're ordinarily, the board their obligation is just to review the complaint today. And then ordinarily it goes to a vote to approve to delegate the answer to town council.
So member Kennedy didn't get the complaint. Chairman Stevens didn't forward the complaint.
Chair Stevens, are you able to do so now?
Am I what? I'm sorry. Do you have it right there?
I don't have the complaint. Robert Stevens has the complaint. He was given the complaint by, I believe, the town clerk.
I don't, do you have a copy of the complaint, Tina?
I don't believe I do. I'm checking now.
Excuse me, town council, where would the complaint come from?
Anyway, I think if, yeah, I don't know if the chairperson can forward a copy of the complaint to members now, so you can review it. I mean, it's not very lengthy, it's just the board is required to review the complaint in a meeting with.
Okay.
Am I able to look at somebody else's device?
I don't have it.
Robert, are you sending those out?
Would there be a way for you, the attorney, to be able to read it, the complaint to us as an entity of the town?
No, well, technically, under the express language of the statute, I think actually the chair is required to forward it to the board.
She gave me a look like your mother.
So, Mr. Stevens, are you there?
Oh, sorry, I must have hit the mute. Yeah, so I'll just, I mean, if you need me to resend it to you, Michelle, I can do that, but I don't know, like, if I keep resending it and you keep not reading it or not getting it, I can't, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, when did you send it? Vice Chair Gallant doesn't have it either.
No, she does. It's July 2nd. It was July 2nd. It was sent out. But we can review it now, Michelle, if
She should have it in advance. Mrs. Stevens, I think you're on mute again.
okay, I don't know what keeps happening. So I have it here.
Right this
We
second.
we can review it together if no one's had a chance to look at it. Again, as Michelle mentioned, it's like a complaint like of the board, but specific persons mentioned was me. So it would be like, I guess, my response, but we could also delegate. We're also going to be could be delegating it if we choose to. So under the contact, just to go over it, the first page was just the instructions to the person filing it, but the actual complaint itself was filed by Andrea Davis of 53 Millbrook Drive, Rockland, Mass. 02370. And it was, she was filing as a individual, not as an organization or media presence. Public body that is subject to the complaint is a city/town and not a county or regional district or state. And the name of the public body, Rockland Board of Health, Rockland, Massachusetts, or Board of Health, Rockland, Massachusetts. Specific persons, if any, you allege committed the violation. Robert Stevens, Chair of the Board of Health, June 17th, 2025. Under the
Be heard
under the
briefly.
description of the alleged violation, it
Chair Stevens, if I may be heard briefly.
that Ms. Davis attended a board meeting via Zoom on 6/17/25. There were 2 violations that she felt were committed during that meeting. One was a lack of sufficient information on the agenda to inform the public. The third item on the agenda for this meeting,
Mr. Stevens, may I be heard briefly?
the placeholder does not provide the public with a reasonable understanding of items to be discussed. Per the open meeting law, FAQ, broad topic categories like old business are sufficient. Further, the chair allowed this portion of the meeting to dissolve into personal attacks on myself that he both, oh, yeah, okay, that it says that apparently I both encouraged and participated in, I guess, rather than working to move the meeting forward productively.
So, Mr. Stevens, can you hear me?
Oh, I think someone's on.
Yes, it's Attorney Croyn. May I be heard briefly?
You're on. Someone might be on mute if they're trying to.
I don't.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not necessary to read the entire complaint in the ease of time, as long as it's just disseminated amongst the board. So if the board members have it, or if they can affirm they've received the copy, it's not necessary to read through the entire verbiage of the complaint. It's just to assure that the board has received it, and then to issue a vote as to whether or not to issue a response, or more traditionally delegate a response to town council, delegate the response to town council.
Okay. Thank you. Although Michelle said that she didn't read the one I sent her for some reason, so I just figured I would read it, because she said she didn't get it even though it was sent, or she didn't read it even though it was sent. So I'm not sure.
Tina said she didn't get it.
But
either.
I was,
Not just me, Robert. Tina also said she didn't receive it.
well, she said, I don't believe so. And she may have just not realized that that's what we're talking about. I mean, I don't want to talk for Vice Chair Gallant, but it was sent to both of you in the same email. So I know that you both got it. And whether you both read it or
What
not.
was the date? July
So-
what?
July 2nd. And it's in your work email.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So that was sent July 2nd. And like I said, I just figured I'd read it just because you didn't get it, Michelle. But I will he mentioned, town council mentioned we didn't have to, but I will continue to read that.
I was on vacation.
What's that?
I was on vacation. I was in South Carolina, so it could have been an issue with, I don't know what. I was in South Carolina, kind of in the sticks, so I don't know. I'll have to re-go through my email, but at this point right now, I don't have it.
Okay, so I guess I can continue to read it. So here it says also that
But
it says number 2, failing to approve meeting minutes in a timely manner on the agenda for approval. Where meeting minutes February, April, and May, chair asked to table approval, but provided no information as to why. While his mother, Vice Chair Gallant, was not present, the law, public bodies are required to create, approve public minutes in a timely manner. Timely manner is considered to be within 3 public body meetings or 30 days from the date of the meeting, whichever later, the public body can show good cause for further delay. While none of the minutes on the agenda were approved on 6/17, failure to approve the meeting minutes from 2/27/25, she felt is in violation of the open meeting law as okay. So that would appear to get cut off right there, but I request that, what action do you want the body to take in response to your complaint? I request that all Board of Health members review and comply with MA open meeting law moving forward. I further request that the chair provide any reason for not approving the 2/27/25 meeting minutes for public posting in timely manner. Finally, I request the chair ensure that future meetings of the Board of Health run productively and that the public is well informed via the agenda of all topics reasonably anticipated discussed. Yeah, so, and that was, oh, here it is, filed on 6/20/25. So, we could vote to, like, for example, on number 1, it had said that further, the chair allowed this portion of the meeting to delve into personal attacks that he both encouraged and participated in. That's not accurate. So, I mean, we could definitely vote to respond to that if we wanted to, and then rather than working to move the meeting forward productively. So, yeah, no, I mean, that's inaccurate. So we could, or obviously if we vote to delegate it to the
Town council.
to town council, then I mean we could kind of informally ask that they put, because I mean, if you review the video, it was literally that I did none of that. In terms of the failure to approve meeting minutes in a timely manner, as it states here, timely manner is considered to be within the next 3 public body meetings or 30 days from the date of the meeting, whichever is later, unless the public body can show good cause for further delay. Like I mentioned with my revised meeting minutes, there was just some corrections that needed to be made, which is, I find to be good cause for delay. So that would, I wouldn't want to necessarily, I mean, in the event the board did vote, or in the event the board did want to respond to it, town council, how would the board go about doing that?
The board needs to issue a written response by tomorrow. The board, not you individually, Mr. Stevens, it's the board needs to issue a response. So the board can, but ordinarily, the board is required to issue a written response, or it is authorized to delegate that response to an appointed representative in town council. So again, ordinarily, I would recommend that the board vote to delegate the response to town council.
Okay.
And so at that,
Could the board also vote to delegate the response to the chair?
Well, no, the board
it's
needs.
Because I mean, that would be an appointed representative of the board.
Is it claims against you? Is it?
so attorney, what would you do if we had you do the written response? You'll pull up the video, you'll watch the video, you'll look at it, you'll see if the claim is valid or not valid and issue a response, or what?
Yeah, we would review and draft and issue a response. I think we've already, we've been aware of this complaint, so I think we more than
Right.
capable of issuing a
I
response.
think that makes sense, because it's not, it's outside of, they're 2 family members, so they're always gonna vote together, I think. That's just my own opinion. And then, so even if I disagree, and I'm on the outside, I really don't have a say in it either, so I make a motion to leave it in the attorney's hands to issue a response.
Okay, but I mean, the board could, but the board is allowed to appoint someone to respond to it, right?
It's council or a staff member.
But it says appointed representative.
I don't believe so. I believe the obligation of the board is that it has to issue a response, and it may delegate that responsibility to council or a staff member.
What does the exact verbiage say?
What I just stated.
Could you restate it? Sorry.
The public body may delegate this, the public body is required to issue a response within 14 business days. And more specifically, the public body may delegate this responsibility to its council or a staff member, but only after it's had met to review.
So staff, so that it says the word staff member. It doesn't say appointed representative.
For the third, yes.
It says staff member.
Yes.
Okay.
But also I believe there's been a vote that's been raised.
A motion that's been raised.
All it is.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
Well, I'm not seconding it right now. I'm just trying to find the. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not seconding it. I don't hear a second from Vice Chair Gallant either. So, but I'm just looking here because it's. Yeah. So, I mean, what is the response that the does the did the
Tina
do
doesn't
you guys
know.
does town council have a draft response that you guys planned on issuing?
I believe one it was outlined, but yeah.
Could the board review that?
No, we don't have a draft for the board to review.
You don't have a draft for the board to review,
No.
but one exists.
I believe so. I'm not entirely sure. I believe there's a draft response, but I don't have it viewable for the board.
Okay.
And I'm
Could you-
sorry, Robert, Chairman Stevens, I didn't hear Vice Chair Gallant say she didn't want to vote.
Yeah, neither did I. I just said I didn't hear a second from her. That's all I stated.
What? You didn't hear one. Well, does Tina want to second Member Kennedy's motion?
I doubt it, but you can ask her if you want.
I heard.
Yeah,
I heard Member Kennedy's motion.
Oh, okay. Did you want to second it?
So Delshon,
If somebody was speaking and
see
had
what's
some
going on.
questions.
Yeah, I see what's going on here. As board member Kennedy stated that she thinks that we're always going to vote in it.
I heard her. I heard her.
Or whatever. Like that's like okay. That's she's able to.
We voted
do
on
that,
minutes.
but like it again. It doesn't seem that if Vice Chair Gallant wanted to, then I think she would have by now. But anyways, so I guess we could draft one here now. If you guys would like. But
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, me neither. Okay, is there roughly is there roughly an idea of what town council has for a response?
Attorney, what happens if the response isn't issued by tomorrow?
It's potentially another violation of the open meeting law. I mean, the board, again, I think that ordinarily it's just deferred to town council or a staff member.
Robert, were all your questions answered?
Yeah, but
Except-
I just because again, I
except
don't know,
having
like for
what they're
example,
gonna
I noticed
say?
there were changes in corrections I needed to make to May. That excuse me, to to May. That was part of it. In terms of the second one, the second allegation there that I guess I just delved into personal attacks or something. I don't even know what to respond, like how to respond. It's just inaccurate. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could vote to delegate it to town council if
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what you
gonna
guys want.
second
If that's what you guys want
Michelle's
to do.
vote. Yeah.
Okay.
I-
All right. So there's a
I second
motion
Michelle's vote.
by Michelle, and there's a second by Vice Chair Gallant to delegate the open meeting law response to town council, and there's a second by Vice Chair Gallant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, so that's it in terms of agenda items, but on here, on the agenda, it does say that there could be discussion, not or discussion reasonably anticipated by the chair, but I don't have anything, and honestly, because this complaint is upset with us not like going discussing things that weren't on the, even though we never took a vote, we just discussed them, which the agenda states. I'm not going to open up comment period right now just because I don't feel like other members here are able to handle that just because of what happened last meeting. So I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
Motion.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, second by Michelle. Let me just look here. One sec. I'll take the vote. One sec. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.